Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to Tensura Roguelited. I'm actually saying the name right. Anyways, last time was kind of an unexpected return. I was expecting to have like another week or two, but nope, the Not Enough Bosses add-on has been released. So we got to fight Rimuru, specifically the one that fought the ogres the first time. And we kind of fought them at our basically the weakest point we could. Like, we started as an orc disaster and sort of just barely managed to eke out a win based on giving ourselves Raphael. Starved was absolutely useless. I'm still getting stuck in blocks. Maybe orc disaster wasn't my best idea. But yeah, starved and just a handful of other nice abilities. Like, we got Berserker and Divine Berserker kind of on accident because of the quest systems. Between episodes, I did give myself Godly Craftsman so I could give the winged shoes, like, really good on breaking and whatnot. But whether or not that's actually going to protect them from breaking is another matter entirely. And in fact, I should probably do the same thing for this armor too. But anyways, yeah, we fought Rimuru, the orc, the one that defeated the orc disaster pretty easily. And we fought Carrion. You can still see his name up there. The ex-demon lord. Yeah, he's a handful. We managed to just eke out a win as a spirit boar. He's apparently on par just about with Charybdis, although you definitely need a different set of skills for taking him on. So, second to last evolution. Basically, we have one more normal evolution and then our and then Demon Lord slash True Hero, obviously. Pretty strong, more EP than basically anything in the mod. Hold on, do I have Freeran on a bar? I do not. I need analysis real quick, because I didn't even think to check this. What do their EPs look like? Not analysis. Although I could steal Predator right now and get Gluttony. I want Appraisal. So Reamer's rocking out with 150,000. That puts him... That's actually considerably more than a lot of mobs. I think that's more than just about any of the other worlders. That's less than... But that's just about on par with the Orc Disaster, actually. I think the Orc Disaster is 100,000. And what about Carrion, then? Carrion... Carrion is right here. What's your EP looking like? 600,000. I am not actually prepared to fight him again. But we did get his really cool sword. Or, spear thing. Not entirely sure what would be the best way to describe this. Glaive, maybe? I don't know. But, yeah, once again, all of our gear is already broken. Unbreaking 5 did not matter. But we could win this fight. He has a really cool phase change and goes into his, like, beast transform mode. The only reason we can manage in this fight at all is because we accidentally gave ourselves instant regen instead of ultra speed regen. So, I have a feeling we might be able to win with ultra speed instead, but it would be a lot closer. Yeah, I have definitely won this fight at the weakest possible point. If I gave myself some really good offensive unique skills, then it would probably be a different matter, but right now it's basically just, oh, we have Freeran to get through defenses, and we have good healing abilities. So basically, it's just a matter of how you want to win this fight and what skills you have. Because there's a couple different right answers, it seems like. Anyways, Carrion's down. Get another one of these weapons. You can only use them one-handed though, so it's not that exciting. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, there is one more boss left to fight. We're gonna spawn her in at this point. She's going to kick our butts, though. Like, we are not prepared for this at all, but I want to see it happen nonetheless. Luminous Valentine. So we have an ex-demon lord, and now we have a true one. Yeah, yeah. Do you think we could beat Hinata in this form? If you answer right, you're just wrong. And she outclasses Hinata. Like, I could probably spawn in a Hinata next to her, and it would be like a two-shot. Because I think canonically, it is a two-shot, or something like that. Anyways, let's just take a look at her real quick. Let's just pop into creative mode. Luminous Valentine. I think she might also have a mode change. Also, she's just very pretty. Sorry, horse, you're in the way. Ooh, she has Demon Lord Hockey armament stuff on now. Cat, stop chewing on lights. 1 second. Sorry about that. I have a strand of fairy lights hanging across my window, and the cat decided they look like a yummy snack. Anyways, Luminous here, she's just flying away. She has 10,000 health. How many effects is that? Self-regen. Oh, self-regen 20. I'm assuming that's basically just insta. I'm assuming she basically just has infinite regen, based on that number. Heat sense. What else? Auditory sense, hockey coat 2, presence sense 2. So she basically has complete. Yeah, she can basically just say no to invisibility skills. Cool. Maybe. Reaper might still work, but that's a big if. I already said the 10,000 health, 32 built-in armor, but that's just the start. And I'm almost 100% sure she has a phase change. This is a truly terrifying being. Like, I can't even see her EP, and I have 1.3 million. That means she has at least 26 million, I think. Because Raphael lets you see things that have double yours. Let's see. Universal Perception, Olive Creation. Where is it? I can see the actual number. Not Control. Appraisal, Analysis. Shows every info on the target. This doesn't actually say how strong it needs to be. But yeah. Yeah, she outclasses us. Severely. Like, we can't even see her EP. That's how strong we are. She is, rather. If I go into survival mode, I think I'll be alive for about 3 seconds. But you know what? Let's see it. Let's just see it. Survival. Oh, she noticed us. Bad time to try and walk across my keyboard. Oh, that normal punch isn't actually that strong. Oh yeah. This is a thing. Blood beams that we're actually just ignoring for some reason. Yeah. So, the normal hits and the blood beams aren't actually that scary. The scary thing about her... Oh, she's using Demon Lord Hockey. Oh, something did like 800 damage there. It just wasn't enough. But some of her hits just consume MP and aura instead and literally drain away EP. Yeah. Yeah. So, technically speaking, we can fight her, but we can't damage her, and she is slowly draining away our existence. Yeah. This is why this fight got its own episode, because I knew for a fact it was going to go something like this. Oops, not what I wanted. There we go. Press 1. Yeah, just get rid of Jade for a moment. I'm surprised we're still alive, actually. I was expecting to already be dead like a minute ago. I guess our nullifications and resistances are holding up. Oh, there it goes. That took longer than I was expecting. Like, yeah, okay. So technically speaking, we can survive in a fight with her. For a little bit. Problem is, we cannot hurt her. We had Berserker on and everything and just did not do any damage. This is a true menace. The question is, we're gonna need to do an awakening for this, obviously. Are we doing... Which one are we doing? True Hero has extra stuff going for it. Or Demon Lord. True Hero? Sure, let's go True Hero. That will give us some dodge chances and actually give us a chance at this. So, Tensura Force Evo edits us for Force Evo into Hero. Cool, we get... What nullifications did we just get? Oh yeah, we had Electric, we had Corrosion, Flame, Heat, Magic, Pain Nullification, Paralysis. I guess we got some of these during the Rimuru fight. Let's just toggle on all of our resistance skills real quick. I don't know what else needs toggling on. Actually, just toggle everything on real quick. Oh, infinite regen just toggled off because we had to regen all of our spiritual HP. But 3.8 million, 1.93 million magicules, no more evolutions, we are now a divine boar. Do I even bother grabbing back the armor? It's just gonna break again. There's no way to make unbreakable magic shoes for running about, is there? Actually, hold on. Artifacts. One of them is give step assist and step height while sprinting. I guess we're going to go with the running shoes. Just for they basically do part of what the winged shoes do, just not the whole thing. Cool. Turn them off. Is there a different artifact we want to be using? Cloud in a bottle? Oh, we can fly, so that's not actually that important. I kind of want to go into this mostly just the Tensura stuff, so don't want to go too far with it. But just that little bit of extra speed and whatnot and step assist is, it's fulfilling mostly what I want the winged shoes for, plus it won't break. So we're now a true hero. Where did she go? Oh, I can see her EP now. It's double R's still. Also, she might have gained EP from killing us. That is also a possibility. What is she doing? I can't tell. She's just sort of teleporting away and back. So, can we actually damage her now? So, the answer is no. Oh, our infinite regen got turned off, of course, so we're not actually regenning any. Oh, yeah, she cast Disintegration. I forgot about this. You can't actually swing a sword, and I don't have an actual spell to hit you with. I got a hidden. Apparently, it's a thing where if you can actually do damage to someone casting Disintegration, well, that is loud. I don't know what sound that's attached to. 1 second. I basically just lowered all of my sound things by 10 or 15. Hopefully that helps. But apparently it's a thing where if you manage to damage something while it's casting Disintegration, you can stop the spell. I haven't actually seen it in practice yet, though. Anyways, we literally cannot hurt her. Cool. Berserker. Divine Berserker. Okay, yeah, her physical nullifications and whatnot are just too strong at this point. We're going to need to put some actual work into this. Analysis. I'm curious what skills you have. Ooh, thermal fluctuation resistance just got stolen off of her. She's trying to blow us up again. Ooh, earth attack nullification. I'm assuming you basically have every nullification in the same... Ooh, I actually got it to stop. Yeah. I'm assuming that you probably work much like Hinata, where you have basically every resistance or nullification. Spatial motion. That explains your teleporting around. Ultra speed regen. So you don't have instant. Okay, good to know. I was sort of expecting instant speed. Holy attack resistance. Oh, her EP is going up as we fight. That's a scary thought. Did she actually kill us twice? I thought she only killed us once. I don't think she's killed us a second time here. But we're basically picking up a whole bunch of nullifications and whatnot off of her. Charm makes sense. She is a vampire. That is still loud even after changing all the volume things. Sorry. I can't swing and I can't escape this. I got out. Cool. You have a split second where you can properly escape from that. Blood Mist. Cool. Figured she probably had that. Weird. So, she's not as scary as I was expecting. Obviously. Yeah. Can you stop with that move for a half second so I can actually think? Universal perception. I need to go looking through volumes once more. I have no idea what this is actually tied to. The only thing that seemed to work was master volume. Everything else just didn't really change the power all that much. Anyways, attack-wise, maybe it's just the magicule regen thing we have going on. But she's either not doing the magicule drain attack, or it's Or that's her basically only way to fight us. Um, actually, this might be because of the whole magical regen scaling thing we have in. But with that add-on, it's kind of helping against that magic drain thing pretty well. She can damage us over time since we don't actually have insta speed on right now. Actually, let's toggle on ultra speed because we should be able to use. Okay. So right now we're kind of in a thing where we will never kill her. But unless she actually lands a disintegration, which is kind of difficult if you know what you're doing, she's not actually going to kill us either. Spatial attack nullification, and with the right skill for stealing abilities, or stealing skills rather, you can just get every attack nullification while fighting her, much like if you were fighting Hinata. Anything else to steal, or is that it? Darkness attack nullification. I think I read something that they're changing how Raphael is working so it won't actually attempt to steal this game's skills again. Oh, Demon Lord Hockey, cool. Good, figured we might get that here eventually. Why am I even sword swinging? That's clearly not gonna work. Magic Sense. Her EP is just going up the longer we fight. How is that happening? I think my EP is going down because I'm stealing skills. Oh yeah, that's the thing. The more EP, the more magic kills she steals off of us, the stronger she gets. That's a bit scary. Anything else to steal? So far I'm just not getting lucky with it, I'm assuming. Although, I'm assuming there's probably at least one more thing. Oh, she actually just canceled Disintegration. She didn't go through with it when we got free. Ugh. You okay, game? She's launching too many skills at once. Oh, I mastered Raphael. Oh, that's what happened. Does Carrion stand a chance? The answer is obviously going to be no, right? Like, did he damage her at all? The answer is no, of course. This wasn't even the plan. It's just sort of happened. Yeah, was that her trying to drain his life force or trying to charm him? Because if she can get him to work for her and get him to attack me instead, that's actually terrifying. You just gonna go? You're just gonna go. Cool. Phase change. Toggle everything on just in case. He still can't hurt her. He has gone into this and still cannot hurt her. Is he getting free of disintegration or is he just dead? I kind of want to see it. Aw, he broke free. Impressive. Oh, this is terrifying. We barely beat Carrion. How are we going to beat her? Oh, Carrion's dead, as expected. Obviously, we need more skills. We just do not have a good loadout for beating her. So what is it going to be? Berserker is just a nice power boost, but she has so much physical nullification that I'm not sure it's useful. We did steal Demon Lord Hockey, so I guess we can try the Magicule coding thing. I have no idea if it's actually on. It wasn't. Cool. Now it is. Okay, so Magicule coding, still not breaking through defenses in any meaningful way. How? You can't escape her either, because she teleports and flies faster than you can possibly match. Oh yeah, and then she can just say, okay, time for disintegration, and teleports you backwards too. This is a true menace. Yeah. What could I possibly turn on? Like, what is there? Corrosion damage? Yeah, you're not getting eaten by starved. That's just not happening. Do you need an ultimate skill, or do you just need to start stacking so many unique skills that they can't hope to match? I think we might legitimately need an ultimate skill to win this fight. Which is... which is scary. Either that, or you need like 4 people. I think in their video going over how Luminous works, I think they actually recommended working with a team. But we are not going to beat her at this rate. So let's go back into creative mode, and let's actually sort of strategize about this for a moment without the constant booms and whatnot. So off of her, we managed to get most of the resistances or nullifications. Only ones we're missing are gravity and cold, it looks like. We don't have anything for everything else. If we don't have the resistance, we have the nullification. Intrinsics, I'm going to assume that Blood Mist, Charm, and whatnot aren't going to help, but Divine Key and Unpredictability, those are nice. Those might just be handy. I'm assuming she probably has poison resistance. I think we stole poison resistance off of her, so that's out of the question. Along with paralysis and whatnot as well, probably. So, nothing really in common skills. All-Seeing Eye. I mean, the Dominations would just get us some extra damage going. Again, probably not much in there. I mean, we can always call out to the big guns in Swipe and see if we can't super boost Swipe to do damage to her. I have a feeling that her spatial nullification, even though we break through it, is still going to stop us in our tracks pretty heavily. Maybe we don't have the right skills. We might actually legitimately need an ultimate skill for this. But let's go ahead and Tensura, edit us, grant. You can give yourself the spirits, but it doesn't actually give you the magics automatically. You still have to go to the tree. So I could just go to the tree. I think there's a way to find it pretty simply. Or I just do abilities, grant. Is there a way to do abilities grant all magics? Yes, cool. So there we have it. Let's just launch let's try launching a swipe at her. I'm going to assume that she's just going to laugh at us, but it is the strongest skill for her reason. So Frieren lets us break through nullification. So this is only going to do resisted damage. And there goes my dog. Resistance damage is 0. Cool. We're gonna need skills to boost up spatial magic. So I guess try out spatial domination as well. Tensura, edit abilities, grant Tensura spatial domination. That will give us a 4 times boost, which is something, I guess. We're also about to die here. I should have gone to this creative mode. Spatial domination, there it is. Oh, that was close. Spatial domination? Swipe. Swipe. She does not have the same thing as Hinata, where she just says no to all magic in the region. Can I actually... Oh, I hit her. She just didn't care. Cool. Strongest magic in the mod. Does not do any damage. Although... Yeah, it's still a no. To note... why did it teleport me and do the thing? That's 2,000 damage. She just doesn't care. Awesome. So, that was the first. Let me out. That was the first idea. That was the best idea without going into uniques and ultimates, and it just did nothing. Cool. What skill actually gets us through? Susanoo? I mean, Susanoo would break through her nullifications. So that's a big maybe. And if we just use it for that and don't pair it up with some of its other things, I mean, that's the easy option. Full nullification ignoring. And honestly, I'm not sure if that alone wins the fight, so it's worth a shot. TR Mysticism, Susanoo. Where are you? There you are. So, how does this work specifically again? I don't remember if it's the toggle part or if it's having it in bar and it's not actually in there. So, I'll do both. That will also start draining her max HP, though. And if we can avoid that for a moment, I kind of want to just try, specifically, getting rid of max HP. I lost the training dummy, but let's grab a new one, because training dummy will be able to tell us how this is working specifically. True Chaotic Fate has been acquired. But it still has... Okay, it is down to 1 HP. So, pop down a new one. Okay, unless I hit True Chaotic Fate, it won't actually take away max HP. Cool. What if I toggle it, though? I don't remember what your toggle does. Maybe I need to double check what this does, because I am not remembering off the top of my head how this works specifically. Okay, so basically when it's toggled, it's an auto crit, and when it's in slot, you ignore nullifications. Other than that, it's just a little bit of thought acceleration and whatnot. If we don't use True Chaotic Fate, it will basically just be ignoring her nullifications and timing your hits right to get good crits. So, just this. Nothing super strong, just ignoring nullifications. You're still trying to break through her armor, and you're still failing at it. And she is still just going to keep consuming you and getting stronger the whole time. Even with True Chaotic Fate, it does not matter. She just does not care. Cool. I actually have to have Swipe in the same bar for this test, so where is Swipe? There you are. Let me out. Cool. Ooh, got free. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. It didn't work. I have an ultimate skill, and it doesn't matter. I have an ultimate skill. Your defenses mean nothing. Oh. Oh, Huh. What do you do in this situation? What skill can actually damage you, then? Do I need, like, Uriel or something like that? Some sort of extra unique skill for boosting spatial damage? I don't know how to do this. Did I let her beat me up and carrying up too much, so that now her extra EP is giving her extra defenses, too? That's also probable. I'm not sure if just boosting my EP by the same amount would actually do anything for me, though. Let me out of the block, please. I'm very tempted to change away from Orc just to be small again. Actually, we can just give ourselves Reaper. Honestly, maybe even Hades. Like, why not? I just need some skill to be small again. So, let's just start with Reaper. I'll evolve it into Hades if it seems like we're gonna need it. But it seems like we're gonna need it anyways, so maybe I just skip the middle step. You know what? Sure. Another ultimate skill. That's 3 now. Maybe I shouldn't have reset the old world, or changed the old world thing because of the broken player size. Maybe I could have just lived with it and gone all out against her, because I'm still not sure that would have worked. Hades. Which one is just small with extra dodge chance? I don't remember. Recon mode? Recon mode. Cool. Why is my player size not actually changing? No, I did not mean to try and name her. That is not gonna work. Toggle on. There we go. Why is it not working? Attack mode? Attack mode worked. Attack mode also was supposed to spawn in clones, but didn't. Infinite Eater. Oh, ooh, Fatal Poison works. Sort of. But she has Ultra Speed, so it doesn't. Fear of Insanity, that's not gonna work on her. Let me out. There we go. Now we're small. We're a block and a half tall. Cool. Basically, I just did this to help with getting stuck in blocks. But the Fatal Poison actually manages to bypass some of her health stuff. Oh yeah, Hades gets stronger the more mastered it is. So she's also going to start getting paralysis and whatnot too. Aha! So, 2 ultimate skills. One for bypassing nullifications, and one of them for doing actual damage over time. The damage over time is the only thing that managed to hurt her at all. So, technically speaking, at this point, I could eventually win. But the fact that I have to grab out 2 ultimate skills is, that's a lot. Oh, she now has corrosion, too. But the only reason those skills work is if I hit True Chaotic Fates and get it timed correctly to do the damage over time to take away her max HP. I am not doing normal HP damage to her, ever. Oh. Where am I? Let me go. Okay. I have no idea which mode I'm on right now. Recon is on, so he can't use attack. Infinite Eater. Yeah, that ain't working. She has 34 million HP, or MP. We're never outclassing that. Also, there really is no escape, is there? Oh, I can use hockey back on her, and my hockey is actually working somewhat. Ooh. This might work. I wasn't expecting the, Fear of Insanity ability to work on her, but it actually does somewhat. We're just gonna be here forever just wailing on each other, huh? I don't think I need to see all of the effects on her. We know they're happening now. Oh, I just minimized the game. That's not what I wanted. Recon mode, I'm already tiny. So, Hades is just sort of here for the effects over time sort of stuff. And they're just going to keep racking up. She's just going to keep getting stuck there. Oh, she's actually managing to hit attacks to get rid of MP, though. This fight is... This fight is something. Oh, Mastered Susanoo. This is just not going to end, is it? How did I do 2,000 damage to her? I can't repeat that now. Also, game not happy. Too many heart... What just happened? So I won, she died, I started spam clicking Susanoo and it worked. But what on earth? That doesn't feel satisfying. The game froze and then suddenly she was dead on the ground. That's not what I wanted. What did she drop? I saw the thing. Is it just like a high magic steel crystal? We're gonna respawn her to fight her again. But Night Rose, 90 attack damage, making it slightly weaker than Carrion's weapon, but it has a little bit of attack range and is faster. Oh, it's half the attack range, but almost double the speed. Energy Steal 2 drains a small percentage of EP, and it's a Tsukugami. And it looks really cool, though. Does she not have a mode change? I thought she would have, for some reason. But, we're gonna try summoning her again. So, stack ultimate skills. If you are not fighting in a group, you apparently need 2 or more ultimate skills to even have a shot. And the only reason these 2 work together is because one drains max HP. You need something else. How would you do this? Uriel's Absolute Severance? Probably might be the only way to do it. Something to make sure she can't regen, or that her max HP goes down. Something to do massive amounts of damage, and then just a bunch of skills to boost your damage output. Like, physical damage is probably not going to get you the win. You need some sort of effect in some way, or some very strong magics. But let's try resummoning. Oh, I guess I did have the extra spawning on me. Yeah. Oh, somehow... What's your HP right now? Like, the one on the right there is not properly updating. Let me out, let me out. Hold on, Oh. Oh, never mind, Swipe's been working the whole time. It just wasn't properly showcasing on the right side there. Thing is, I still can't beat her like this. Oh. Hmm. Now I feel sheepish. So, I'm curious, how much did Swipe do before? Like, I assumed it didn't do anything because it wasn't properly showing. But it apparently was the whole time, in some way at least. Tensura. I started questioning how strong Swipe was for a moment, but apparently it's just been working. I did not actually mean to use True Chaotic Fate there. Without total damage nullification. Oh, I need to toggle off, Susanoo. I forgot that's how it works now. So, if you can't fully nullify her damage and aren't taking away max HP, then Swipe will never kill her. Cool, good to know. And in fact, the only way we have to kill her right now is to give her really bad poison while she's on low health. Huh. This is basically a puzzle. Like, there's a couple ways you could potentially actually bypass her damage and whatnot. Oh, I do like this sword. Oh, this sword is really cool. But you can potentially bypass her damage and whatnot. You just need to have a very specific set of skills. And you need to know when and how to use them. But, physical damage? Yeah, that's just not working, is it? What are you doing? She is having a hard time getting to the right level for us. Is this draining her EP? Yes, it is. So if you can get your weapon or her weapon or another weapon with EP drain, then technically speaking, this will also eventually kill her. It just becomes a question of who runs out of MP first. And since we have the extra regen stuff on, it's going to be her. But without the regen scaling, we would have lost this fight like a million times over. This is a very tough boss. I expected her to have a mode change or some extra phase 2 attacks, but it doesn't seem like there is. Or if there is, Susanoo is just bypassing them and sending us into just beating her outright before she can mode change. I suppose both is technically possible. Wow. Is that a mode change? She just decided, okay, I'm gonna start teleporting around and just attack from every angle. So, this fight is pretty great. Run. Actually, there is no running. If you run into her while exploring in the wild, you just die. Like, there is no escape. Like, Hinata, technically speaking, if you're fast enough, or if you have a skill for getting past barriers, you can escape from her. It's not easy, but it's possible. Especially if she's just in her mode where she's summoning her spirits. But Luminous doesn't waste time with that. Like, run as fast as you can, but it will not save you. Oh, what happened there? Did she die to EP thing? It sort of just happened and I didn't read what it was properly. So, So we figured out how to do it if you're draining max HP and you're using True Chaotic Fate from Susanoo. Let's just try summoning her again. Ignore resistance. Oh. That is a phase change. Good to know. How did True Chaotic Fate get activated midway? And what happened? Oh. Oh, I see. The Night Rose that I was using on her, I just used on her got Holy Weapon, which does holy damage, and she only nullifies that. Hold on, that means that she's... Huh. That makes me think that her resistances, her nullifications are only becoming resistances, which is kind of not what Susanoo does. Susanoo's supposed to completely ignore nullifications. What if I just grab out this Night Rose, the one without a holy weapon on it? Yeah. Okay, I guess her... I did not activate True Chaotic Fate. True Chaotic Fate just sort of happens automatically when it's mastered, I guess. I don't know. So, apparently Susanoo mastered is the way to beat her. This also become it? No, it did not. So, apparently I just didn't need Hades. I could have done it without Hades. Susanoo. Total nullification nullification. What else could you possibly do to beat her? What if I get rid of Susanoo and just give us every unique skill and see what works? You know, let me do that real quick. I can just revoke Hades and Susanoo. Actually, turn off Hades recon mode. That's going to break some things. So, revoke Hades and Susanoo, and then we can just give ourselves every... I think we should be able to give ourselves every unique skills. I just need to figure out the commands for it. So there's that. Let me try and figure out giving us everything but the ultimates real quick. I definitely did that the hard way, but sure, I got it. Gave myself all skills and then manually removed all the ultimate skills. But I could have done that a whole lot faster using abilities, grant all skills, and then just went through this, because there's not one for ultimate skills. I just did it the silly way. Anyways, we now have literally everything but the ultimate skills, except for Raphael. Raphael just sort of remains here. The only combat thing it has is stealing skills and mastering skills, pretty simply. Absolute Severance. This is one we haven't actually used yet, period, I don't think. I think it's basically the Absolute Severance out of Uriel, if I remember correctly. That can replace Demon Lord Hockey. Where is it? Absolute Severance is right here. Bypass resistances and treat nullification as resistance. Cool. Add damage and severance. Launches an invisible projectile that deals... Okay. So, Severance Coat. It looks like it's an extra hockey thing on us. And Severance Cutter. Yeah, it's basically the same Severance thing as... whatever the skill is called, I can't remember. Uriel. So, that's a big maybe. That does Severance damage. If it can bypass her resistances, that's going to work out pretty well. Although it obviously doesn't do quite as much as Swipe. Also, I just noticed our souls. That is from beating a couple of Rimirus, a couple of Carians, and like 3 Luminuses. That is it. Absolute Severance is a maybe. Analyst, I think activating that will just give us Thought Acceleration, if I remember correctly. Anti-skills would be useful. It would make us immune from most of her attacks, but not really what we're looking for if we want to beat her properly. Berserker is another strength boost, or Berserk rather. Bewilder's a no. Carnation is probably a no. It's kind of just a worse version of Predator in some ways for our purposes here. Chef to always remain on full health. Chosen One's not going to help. Commander's not going to help. Cook is, at this point, just bypass resistance, I think. Where is it? Cook, there it is. All auto crits, destroy all barriers, ignore all dodge, learn things faster, nullifications are ignored, and Chaotic Fate takes away max HP. So, it could work like Susanoo. We could make that work. I guess we didn't actually need Susanoo for our purposes here. Let's also try and master Absolute Severance real quick, make it a little bit better. Does this target dummy just not really exist, or why does Absolute Severance not work on it? Oh yeah, I think this does spiritual HP. Although I definitely just saw this work. So there's that. Cook is an option, and it's a pretty good one at that. In fact, it's probably just better to replace Raphael, because Raphael kind of does the same thing. Cook, Crasher's not going to help here. Creator's not really going to help here. Degenerates, no. Divine Berserker is a strength buff. We'll probably activate it. Dreamer so we don't die, but Infinite Regen and Universal Regen seem to be handling that just fine. Engorger for the stat buff and then used Reaper to counteract it, but I kind of want to be small anyways. So maybe not, and it's not that big. Envy's probably no, Falsify's probably no. Lighter I think is just a strength buff. Gluttony, she's not going to get eaten. Gourmand, she's not going to get insta-killed. Gourmet, she's not going to get eaten. Great Sage is just Raphael. Greed's, technically speaking, if we can hold her down for a minute, we could force tame her. Or force kill her. But that's not going to happen. Guardian, I think it's just a little bit of extra armor. That's probably not that important. Hidden Roller to go truly invisible. I mean, we could see if that works. Infinity Prison, I don't think we're actually going to land one of those. Lust. Drain your enemies of their strength and invigorate those under your wing. We could slowly eat away at her, but that's not going to help. Manufacturer doesn't help here. Martial Master is just a damage buff. Mathematician ignores resistance. Melancholy just gives us some boosts. Huh. Murderer is just another boost. Musician, I think, is just another boost. Server is some dodge chance and danger sense. Oppressor? I mean, Oppressor is always a good option. There's Recon, so we're just small. There's really not a lot of good options here, is there? A lot of these just kind of do the same thing and give thought acceleration. But we have a lot of dodge chance at this point. And we can probably break through her resistances multiple times over, but they're still going to be resistances. Survivor, just in case we needed better surviving skills. I don't think we did. Do we try Zoltracting her? I mean, Zoltrack is an option. It could be funny. Sure. So basically, Cook if we want to take away max HP. Absolute Severance because of Severance. Let's actually grab out a dummy real quick. One that's hopefully not as broken. Maybe I should just grab a full stack. 6,000 damage. It's getting boosted somewheres. I think I have turned on too many skills at this point. So Zoltrack is 6,000 damage over time. Judra Gem is not going to be helpful. Beauty Field is not going to be helpful, but it would be funny. I don't think we need a Hex Barrier. So, Absolute Severance, I think, is going to be our way to actually win this fight. A bit more legitimately without going overboard. Although we did just turn on like 20 unique skills. So maybe I did go overboard anyways. I do not remember what skills actually boost spiritual damage though, specifically. Maybe I should have looked more properly. But if we now grab out another Luminous, could Absolute Severance actually win this fight pretty simply? It does 6,000 damage, but at this point we're dealing with resistance, not... Yeah. We are looking at resistances, not nullifications. Okay. So, our physical hits are getting boosted. This is just a really good holy weapon at this point. Oh, she goes back up to full when she does her mode change. Oh, I hit an Absolute Severance while she was getting ready for a disintegration and actually stopped her attack. That felt more fulfilling, but I also still definitely went overboard with some of the boosts. I mean, let's give this one more fight. I think this is probably going to be it again. Like, there's only 3 bosses to fight. I could just keep refighting them over and over again with increasingly or decreasingly strong powers to see what's best. But I feel like that might get stale quickly, especially since I'm jumping from least strong way to beat her to most strong way to beat her. Or I guess in this example, I'm trying to go from strongest to weakest. So yeah, we're gonna fight her one more time. I don't think there's really enough for another episode after this. This add-on is getting added into any Tensura series from here on, though. Based on the fact that the other world is broken, whenever we do return to Tensura, it's probably going to be a bit, actually. It's obviously Naruto's going to be the next Minecraft series. So, yeah. We'll return to this probably in a couple months, wait for extra either add-ons to get updated a bunch, get a whole bunch of new skills, see if base game Tensura gets any new content updates anytime soon. So, yeah. We'll just make this a little bit longer. Let's see. What other skills... Well, what skills boost spatial? I'm just going to turn off all the skills that boost spatial. In fact, I can just do ability or slash skill toggle everything off. Hold on, I know there's a way to do this. Skill. Oh yeah, skill unique off. Cool. So now Absolute Severance should be back down to its like 600 or whatever it is. 1200. Something is still boosting that. What if I just... is it Time Letter? Does just having Time Letter in the bar give the spatial boost? No. When did that get boosted? It was doing 200. I think it boosted to 600, but now it's doing a whole bunch more. Unless I also grabbed a different skill that does the same thing. No, it's just doing 1200 at this point. Okay, cool. So, unboosted by any spatial things besides the ones that you can get legitimately without having every skill. Can we still beat Luminous in the same way? This sword seems too strong for my purposes here. I kind of want to use... Do I go back to this one? It also has Holy Weapon. We'll just use the blank key or arcane sword, I think. I kind of want to see this. It's how strong could you be with like base gear you can already get? I might use Carrion's weapon, as you would fight Carrion first probably. Anyways, this is a super strong Luminous. I am unboosted by anything. Absolute Severance. Aha, that does in fact break her out of it. Cool. So we're definitely not going to be breaking through her. Yeah, we're not breaking through her defenses very well. Oh. Okay, so it really is a case of we technically break through her defenses, but she just has so many that unless you're using a holy weapon on top of it or something that does probably magic damage too. Like magic weapon would probably be pretty good here because she probably also only has magic resistance. Like she has holy resistance but not holy nullification. So this is kind of the way to do it, I think. Also, why is... I guess I would need to boost Absolute Severance a little bit more. Like, it needs to be boosted to with whatever got it up to 6,000, I think. Ah, let me out. So at this point, I think physical is the way to go. You are picking the wrong fight here. I can't hurt you. Okay. Zoltrak. Okay, Zoltrak is not damaging her at all. So, yeah. Kind of, it looks like if you're going to fight Luminous, you want a weapon with either holy or magic damage on it. Where did my flight go and what just happened? Yeah. You want holy or magic damage, and you kind of want Absolute Severance only if you can boost it with a bunch of spatial magic. Otherwise, hope you get a skill like Cook or something that lets you ignore nullifications and treat them as resistances. Oh, I accidentally turned off Severance Coat. That might have actually changed things. Although I think that just does the same thing as Cook, so maybe not that important. But yeah, it basically becomes a cool little puzzle. Like, there's a bunch of skills that would probably work for beating her. You just need to find out the right pair and then make sure you use them properly. But it kind of seems like you need at least 2 unique skills, or you might be able to be lucky with Absolute Severance and a very good weapon in order to get that done that way too. Like, Hehe or Arcane with Magic or Holy. That's basically the only way I could see you could actually win that without every unique skill. But anyways, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and hope to see you next time. We'll probably be returning to Persona tomorrow. We're still going through Ezrabeth for the next few days. Mm, Ezrabeth is probably going to go for another 5 days, maybe another full week. I'm not sure yet. So I'm not sure if we're going to be starting up the Naruto series when that's done, or if I'm going to wait another week to make sure it's all set up first. I haven't quite decided. We'll see. It's probably going to be a couple of days after Ezrabeth is done, at least, before Naruto starts up. And I'll probably just end up running dual series until we reach the end of Persona, because I kind of want to just reach the end of that at this point, but also, I actually really enjoyed the Minecraft series. That's why there's the most played game on the channel by far. Like every other series, and then this one is now 61 episodes, the longest series that is not Persona 5. But anyways, I think I already started the outro and then distracted myself. I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody. I want to thank you once again for watching, and we need to make a special thank you to the channel members. Yamato Tanagura, right now that's just you, but thank you so much for the additional support. Anyways, without further ado, for real now, take care, everybody.